garden walkthrough. Beautiful dahlia. It's about time I pull my butter crunch lettuce out, but we still have been harvesting it. It's just starting to bolt and go to seed as the weather warms up, but our cucumbers are thriving. I think I'm gonna be doing cucumbers every year from now on because it's such a fruitful harvest. Look right here, I can see 3 just right here. I just started looking and there's already 3 that are just about ready to harvest. So many cucumbers. I love this zinnia color, and then the bracts of this bougainvillea are so dreamy. Our weekly bougainvillea update. Thankfully, it is really taken off now that we're getting rain and it's heating up. We did end up removing a lot of the old branches that were damaged by the frost because it was only growing from the bottom. So that's okay. It was a little bit of a journey to remove everything because bougainvillea has thorns, but it was worth it. It honestly was kind of therapeutic and relaxing to take everything off, and the leaves from the bottom are so big. So it's just interesting to watch the growth patterns after a freeze. This is our first experience with it, but thankfully she's looking healthy and strong, and she's gonna fill up this trellis again super quickly, I think. I'm about to truly expose how much of a novice gardener I really am. In this bed, I planted a couple of our dahlia seedlings, which yay for the first dahlia blooms. That's so exciting. I wasn't sure if that would even work out or come into fruition. So that's super, super happy. We have another bloom coming here. Also, how fascinating. These were from the same seed packets. They looked the same sprouting up when I first started growing them, but this one is like 200 times the size as this one, but this one's also blooming. It's just fascinating. Well, somewhere along the way, I planted dahlias, and then I also planted our watermelon seeds for our Blacktail Mountain. I forget the exact name. I think it's something like that. Our watermelon that I was planning to trellis on our arch trellises over our beds. And along the way, I pruned out and I plucked out our sprouts. I don't know what I was thinking, but basically we do not have watermelon growing here. So I planted a fresh seed the other day, and thankfully it's already germinated. So hopefully we will have some watermelon in a couple months, but we're behind what I was originally anticipating because I thought this was our watermelon, which again, how silly am I? It should look very similar to the cucumber actually. The flowers look almost identical, the watermelon and cucumber flowers. So silly, silly me, but we're learning as we go, always. Well, we are getting back in our groove after our little family trip getaway, our little RV state park adventure. So thankful for that trip and those memories. We were only gone for 4 nights, but I feel like it takes me longer these days to get back in rhythm, finish all the laundry, catch up with friends, all of that good stuff. But we're feeling settled, and I have home projects that I really have been wanting to work on. So I am so looking forward to just spending the day at home today and working on all of those things and crafting and just, again, getting back in our groove. So have a lot to look forward to. Oh, I wanted to update you. In a recent vlog, I mentioned how my lips were really chapped, like super, super chapped. It had never happened to me where they were just constantly chapped no matter what I applied to them. And y'all gave me wonderful, wonderful tips and recommendations, which I'm so thankful for. I don't like how other people have been dealing with that too, but I wanted to update you because thankfully they are pretty much all better. I think the aquifer definitely helped, but then an angel, she told me that that was happening to her, and it was her toothpaste actually. And funnily enough, I had just switched toothpaste brands, but that didn't even come to mind at all that that's what could be causing it. So I switched toothpaste brands once again. I actually still need to find a new toothpaste brand, because the reason I switched the brand in the first place was because I found out that it has ingredients that has carcinogens. So chapped lips, carcinogens, it's rough out here. So we gotta figure it out, but thankful for all the tips, and I wanted to close the loop on that. Well, pretty much close the loop on that, that thankfully we are healing, and I hope everyone else is healing as well. But there's that update, and let's start working on all our little projects and getting organized. Again, I've really been looking forward to this day when we can just get back in routine. Iced latte time. I added some vanilla extract. That's my go-to recently. It is so delightful. Here's my little craft station of the moment. The craft that I've been working on that I've really been enjoying is making little play food for our son's mud kitchen. So this was like my little weekend activity as we were watching TV and hanging out. I've made an avocado, a little corn on the cob, kiwi, watermelon, egg, strawberry. I have another strawberry too. And then I have a carrot in progress over here. Some of my paint is very low quality that I've just had for years and years. So this carrot, for instance, I've seriously done probably 13 coats of orange paint. And I also want to get something to seal it because it'll be outside and probably get a lot of wear and tear. So I don't know if I should use Mod Podge or maybe something more, I don't know, I'm not sure, more waterproof, because Mod Podge is water-based. So I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I have quite a bit more rocks to play with, so I'm just gonna keep on painting as much as I can. I think I want to do a bread loaf on this like longer shaped rock. Our food rocks are complete. I love the way it turned out. I actually ended up adding a couple coats of Mod Podge. I figured I shouldn't use anything too harsh since, you know, little hands will be enjoying it, and inevitably it will probably end up in little mouths. So they should be good. Hopefully they'll hold out okay, but you know, they're meant to have fun with, so that's the purpose. My bread loaf isn't my best work, but you get the idea. Look at this gorgeous butterfly that just landed on the salvia right out the window of the playroom. So beautiful. I want to put a bird bath and birdhouse by this window too, because I feel like that would bring in a lot more birds. Oh, and a bird feeder. We spend so much time in this room, so being able to see the pollinators and wildlife out the window feels so special. I'm sure I've said this before, but salvia is one of my #1 recommendations for pollinators. The bees and the butterflies simply love it. I'm working on a little place starter for little mister when he wakes up from his rest. These are sort and stack puzzle blocks from KiwiCo, our panda crate, and I'm so thankful to be partnering with them for this video. We love our KiwiCo panda crate. We were first introduced to KiwiCo through our nieces and nephews. My mother-in-law gifted them their KiwiCo crate and they love it. It's like a holiday when their KiwiCo crate arrives. It's just very exciting, and what's so special about KiwiCo is that they help build skills through play, and that's what our days, I try to make our days about, are play and exploration and fostering that curiosity that little minds have. What I mean when I say I'm making a little play starter is essentially during nap time and after bedtime, if I have my ducks in a row, I'll try to just make some kind of formation with our puzzle blocks or one of our other KiwiCo Panda Crate items, and I'll set it up in different parts of our home too, so that when our son wakes up, he has this little play starter where he can go to it, and hopefully it'll ignite his imagination and he'll engage and explore and just work on those fine motor skills, all that good stuff. And honestly, it's just really helpful for me too to have him continue to develop that independent play and just learn how to let his imagination soar. So that's what I love to do. I'm making a little tower right now, a little tower castle, and it'll be fun to see what he creates with it. Maybe he'll knock it down, maybe he'll expand on it.
What are you gonna do?
Certain toys foster more focus than other toys, so I always appreciate when toys are more open-ended and kids can use that imagination and create their own little worlds. And the older our son gets, the more just in awe I am of how his brain works and how he problem solves. It's just incredible to see. So essentially, your Panda Crate will arrive every 2 months, and it includes a variety of thoughtfully designed toys. And one of my favorite parts is the play guide. It's a simple play guide that helps me as his mom understand what is going on in his mind developmentally. And then it even has this section with other ideas of different games and DIY activities that you can make with common household items. Look how cute this puppy plate idea is. I absolutely want to make a Palmer puzzle plate. I consider myself a fairly creative person, but I certainly find myself running out of ideas of how to make our days and our playtime as meaningful as possible. So I'm very thankful that KiwiCo Panda Crate provides some fabulous inspiration. We spend a lot of time at home. We like to do little field trips here and there, but having these more intentional play moments help add more structure to our day as well, and just helps our day flow a lot more smoothly. So very thankful for the enrichment that our KiwiCo Panda Crate adds. And if you're interested in checking them out, you can go to kiwico.com/AllisonB and use code AllisonB for 20% off your first Panda Crate. It truly is such a great gift too when I have friends who are building out their baby registries for their baby shower or whatnot. It's one of my top recommendations to put this on the registry. Or if you're in the market for a gift for any little in your life, definitely check them out. Hope you all love it as much as we do. The rain we recently had inspired a new garden desire, a rain barrel. It just makes so much sense. I'm sure, or I know a lot of you have suggested that already, but I finally am like, okay, we should make it happen. It seemed a little daunting because thankfully we already have gutters, so I think that's sort of the first step, but you kind of have to configure it so that it flows nicely, of course, from the gutter into the barrel. And you could do more DIY rain barrel, or I've also seen sort of already pre-configured barrel situations with the spigot already installed at the bottom, but you sort of need to saw off some of your gutters still. But anyways, I've deemed that one of my Mother's Day desires is to work on that project together. So hopefully we can find time, and Brandon seems a little jazzed about the idea too. It just, again, makes so much sense. It almost feels wasteful not to have one, especially in Florida where we have such intense heat, but we also have quite a bit of rain, especially in the summer months. So might as well maximize and just put that vitamin water, I like to call rainwater vitamin water, to good use. The plants will love it. Oh, and I was also looking on Pinterest and I saw that people painted their rain barrel with butterflies and flowers. So we love being able to have another excuse to add some whimsical touches to the garden. Okay, I have the drill out and a hammer out, so that's how you know I mean business with these home projects. I have been wanting to add on to our staircase gallery wall for quite some time. I still need to get the photos printed, but I sourced the frames. I actually have had them for months. They've been just sitting in the storage closet, but today we're gonna hang them up. The bummer is that a lot of these frames, well, 3 of them, don't have the little backing hooks, so I've had that happen before, so I have this little kit to install the backing so that we can hang them on the wall, but these 2 have them already. So we're gonna hang them up. I'm trying to remember what I did last time. I feel like I was super organized and I traced a little mock frame. Like I traced each frame I had and then taped them up, the little paper frames, and taped them up to kind of see the format. But I'm feeling a little wild, a little reckless, so we're just gonna go for it. I have less this time and I already have a starting point to build off of, so I feel pretty good about it. I'm gonna hang the biggest one first because I feel like that'll help me figure out where I want the smaller ones to sort of flow from. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if it's level. Gorgeous. Perfectly level. I love it. Now for the fun part of picking out the pictures. Hello from our powder bathroom. I have a little project for this bathroom. So essentially I want to replace this towel rack with this one. We have a lot of black accents in here, so this one kind of pops, but the real reason I love this towel rack is this compartment up here. You could fit a candle or some hand cream, some hand soap if you wanted to kind of put it closer to the sink. But what I really want to put is a little vase. I just have this jar for now. Maybe we'll keep it, but I could fit a little bigger one. But I love to put fresh jasmine from the garden in our powder bathroom this time of year when it's in bloom. It's so fragrant. It's just so well suited to, you know, freshen up a bathroom space. So that's the vision. I'm hoping it'll be a quick, simple switcheroo, but I know I should put drywall anchors and stuff, so hopefully it won't take too long. But I'm excited. Just how cute will that be with some fresh jasmine just sticking out the top. Our first and hopefully only curveball is removing the drywall anchor from the last towel rack. We did it, and that is a massive hole that it left. So do I want to just cover it up with this? Or should I fill the hole? It's so high. That's the problem. It does feel kind of high. I feel like it makes more sense down here, but here, let's see how it looks with the towel. It's actually kind of nice because down here it's over the light switches and the electrical outlet, so we'll go with it. What do we think? Okay, cute. I feel like it does look a little high, but once you're washing your hands, it makes sense. And I'm not a very tall person, so if it works for me, it'll work for most people. I'm excited to switch it out with different blooms throughout the year and maybe a candle too. I feel like it is nice to have a candle in the powder bath when you're hosting. I already switched out my vessel and I like this one more. It's popsicle season. I have this super ripe banana, so I was thinking I could do a little batch of banana peanut butter yogurt popsicles. Wells is gonna love them. I don't even think he's had a popsicle yet. He's tried some ice cream, but I think he'll love a popsicle and a little afternoon snack. So I'm gonna make a batch of these. It's a leftover kind of night for dinner. We have some lasagna I made the other night, and then we made a soup this weekend. So we have all kinds of leftovers, which is wonderful for me because I get to make popsicles instead of dinner. Love it. Okay, it looks a little wild, but I saw this idea online and I love it. So essentially, instead of putting a candle under your little candle warmer lamp, you can add coffee beans and water. I actually have a mix of coffee beans and coffee grounds in this little old candle jar that we're reusing, and I love it. It has a beautiful cafe aroma that fills your space. It is quite risky though because how messy if this spills. We'll see how long this lasts, but for now I'm enjoying it. I think it's really nice. I just absolutely love, love, love the smell of coffee. Let it be known, it's not even 8 o'clock yet, but I'm already in bed. We just did our bedtime routine and now it's my bedtime apparently. I'm not actually gonna fall asleep yet, but I am just ready to be cozy, ready to relax. I feel like some nights I'm just ready to go out and about, see friends, maybe work on a little project or a craft, and then other nights I have nothing left in me. 0% energy, battery, so that's how I'm feeling tonight. Definitely gonna lean into that rest. So very thankful for a beautiful day though. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so thankful for you. I feel like we had a lot of excitement last month, just like with garden updates and projects and our little trip. And this month we don't have a lot planned yet. So I'm excited to see how we'll fill in our time and what ideas we'll ponder on. But I hope you are having a beautiful May and you continue to have a beautiful May. And I'm excited to see you next. Bye.